Hello everyone, and welcome to Phobia 1.5 apparently. I have no idea what this is, I just saw it kicking around in my games folder and I thought it'd be interesting to give it a try. The fact that I have it means that I probably watched Markiplier play it at some point, but I don't remember at all what it is, and I've never played it for myself, so let's check it out. I see that there's an About tab, so maybe there's more information in there. Phobia 1.5 was originally one of the many abandoned test game versions of Phobia Fear of the Unknown. I worked on it for the first time in the end of 2012 and start of 2013. Oh, so it's actually like a real classic-era Unity horror game. Interesting, so if I'm understanding this correctly, this is like a remake of a scrapped sequel for an existing game. That's kind of cool. Of course, all of these links, if they still exist, will be available in the description if you want to try this for yourself. Begin. It all began on a rather abnormal day. I had been driving for hours, with still a couple more left to my destination. Being unfamiliar with the area, I took a wrong turn somewhere, which led me to drive for hours in a narrow road with no turning spots. Eventually running out of gas, I set on foot and started to look for shelter from the cold. The road seemed to go on forever, with no sign of life anywhere within miles. Finally reaching the end of the road, cold and exhausted, I saw a roof of a house appearing from behind the trees. It was a mansion. It looked like the place hadn't been touched for decades. When I opened the front door, my suspicions of the place being abandoned was confirmed. Disappointed for not getting the help I was looking for, but also relieved to get shelter from the freezing wind, I stepped in. And here we go! Now, I have to say, right off the bat, that was some very nice soundtrack and artwork. And those are some very loud footstep sounds. Yeah, I'm so excited to play this because this is going to be a really exciting throwback to that era of Unity horror games. Think back to that early Markiplier era. In fact, if I have this in my folder, it's very likely that I watched Markiplier play it at some point, although I have no memory of what this is. Oh, and look at this detail. We've got... I'm not even talking about how nice looking the textures are, especially for the time. In the light of the window, we can actually see the dust motes floating in the air. It really does make it feel like a place that's been totally untouched for a really long time. And these are some truly dark shadows. I imagine I'm going to have to find some kind of light source. Oh, that is so annoying, though. Those footsteps are very loud. Hey, it's me! That's very ominous. It almost makes it seem like my arrival was foretold in prophecy. Still food left out on the counter. Moldy old bread. I can't seem to open up the drawers and cabinets. Now, the darkness is becoming a real problem. I don't know if I'm supposed to look for a source of light. Oh, I expected this to be like a back door. Kinda funny, though, how the glowing window panes seem to be an asset or a decal placed on the door because there's still light coming through it, even as it's facing this back wall. This is a nice bit of ambiance, though. There's like a breezeway between... I guess that'll be like some kind of shed or something, but there's a breezeway that, being more exposed, allows me to really hear the wind howling outside. And not being able to see and the light reflected off of the snow in the outside, it makes me feel like I really am isolated and trapped. It's stuck. However, it seems weak, and I could probably pry it open with a tool of some kind. This is a type of story that I'm just very fond of right off the bat, to the point where this level is going to have a lot of goodwill from my point of view, even before it's done anything, because I often find the best horror premises are the simplest. In this, it's a classic story we've heard before. Lost alone out in a storm with no one around for miles. We find a dusty old house in the middle of the woods, which provides a necessary refuge, but also a terrifying unknown with what's inside. And the grandfather clock is ticking, although it sounds like there's something wrong with it, like it's not really working correctly, like something's loose on the inside. I'm really hoping that this game allows its ambiance to build for a time. I kind of hope that this is a slow burn, because I could just bask in this ambiance for a long time. I like that it's letting me have this initial search of the house. It's too dark to see anything. I better not go wandering without any light. Alright, so I am meant to be searching for a light source. I don't like how the music just cut out. Music's back! Now I can barely see, but it looks like there's stairs to a basement. This could provide some light if I had something to light it up first. Okay, well, can I take it with me? Alright, maybe I need to find a lighter. Or some matches, maybe? It's too dark to see anything, I better not go wandering. Okay. So in order to unlock any more of the house, I need to find something to light that torch with, or that lantern. I can't remember if I've been down this hallway already. But it's certainly too dark to make my way down there. Ah, matches. Yes. I just had something come up on the screen, but I didn't see what it said. I must say, though, I love this map design. Serious props to the creator on this, because it's the definition of creepy and comfy. I mean, if I found this place in a raging blizzard, I might be too scared to progress further into the house alone. But I'd certainly like to sit on this bench. Now, next order of business. Light that lantern. And then I should have free reign of the house, right? Pick up, please? Pick up? I mean, what was the point of lighting you if I can't take you with me? Most of the house is too dark to explore. I need to find a way to get the power on. So maybe I'm not supposed to take this with me. I don't like how that music is building. Let me just step through the door threshold to reset it. Thank you. That is how you avoid ghosts. Just step through the threshold. They forget what they were doing. So I can't take this with me. Unless that's a bug. Oh, I see. I have to light these lanterns so that I can see where I'm going along the path. Well, that's kind of dumb of me. Why don't I just take the lantern with me? Although from a game design's perspective, I suppose that forces me to wade into the dark of this basement, not knowing what's going to be behind me as I turn around, having lit a new lantern. And the way this music is building is not making me feel very comfortable, I tell you what. I don't like this one bit. Power. Power, power, power. A power switch. Yes, do it. Come on. Thank you. I could swear I just saw something fall from the ceiling. Alright. One loading screen later. I think what I saw was the glitching texture up there. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, so now that the power's on, let's explore. It seems to be locked from the other side. How is that possible? Yeah, you're telling me how is that possible? I can clearly see that it's locked from this side. Alright, let's have a look around. It seems like that music is just not gonna quit. And there's a keypad here. Judging by that seam, I think we may have a case of a false wall at play here. A keypad. I wonder what it's for. I don't have the combination, though. Yep, there's our false wall. Alright, let's get out of this basement. I don't want to spend one more second here than I have to. I don't like this music. I also don't recall closing that door behind me. I have a new thought. And it's starting to get cold. I should look around the house and see if I can warm the place up. Okay, so maybe I have to find some firewood or a fireplace of some kind. You know, this is some really nice design right here, because it's allowing this house to actually fulfill the role that it should in the story. It's a place of comfort, and even though there's a sense of foreboding to it, it is actually encouraging me to make the place my temporary shelter, to get the power on, to get the logs going. It's not just assuming, yep, this is a place from a horror game, you need to act like you're a protagonist in a horror game. I'm probably creeped out by the place if we're to step into character, but I have things I have to do, and the game is treating it that way. I probably have to light this fireplace right here. There we go. Okay, we're making progress, and look! We've got a cozy little study here that we can take shelter in. It's an old newspaper from 1968. Nurse gone missing from the local hospital yesterday evening. Police suspect kidnapping. It's starting to get cold. It's getting late. I'm tired from driving the whole day. I should look for a bed to sleep in. You know, sleeping doesn't seem like the best thing, given that I haven't even explored the full house yet. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look around first before I decide that this is a safe place to sleep. This is that back hallway that was too dark to explore before. Locked. And this will bring us back to the front area. Yeah, that should be the basement door then, right? Yes. Okie doke. Please close. I don't like having this basement door open. I imagine my bed will be located somewhere upstairs. Now, I do find these footsteps really obnoxiously loud, but... well, I was about to comment on how much I like the music, but it seems to have cut out altogether. Which, in the language of horror games, does not herald good things. It won't budge. A whole lot of locked doors, which I imagine I'll become intimately familiar with over the course of my stay here. Bathroom, and a note. A note. I might be getting paranoid. I even installed a word lock to the tool cabinet. I feel like I'm too careful sometimes, which might just be a good thing. Considering the importance of my work, I just need to remember the password. And you don't even write the password down? You'll never remember it that way. Also, what's this work you're talking about? I feel like that's relevant to my safety at this very moment. Oh, and the music's back. I feel like I've heard this music before in creepypasta readings. Please, someone let me know what it is, because I'd really love to give it a download, but it's such the perfect sound for the sense of foreboding as I explore this place. Oh, that gave me a little bit of a start. Are you the former owner of this abode? Report number 27, August 20th, 1967. Moving to this house was for the best for the experiment. I've done a lot of progress ever since. The place is perfectly in the middle of nowhere, out of any distractions or curious eyes. Though it gets a little lonely out here from time to time, but the experiment is too important for such minor emotions. So this was the home of a scientist, or, let's be real, science hobbyist who was working on something. Question is, what was being worked on? Locked door. There's some tiles missing from the ceiling. I think every door I've run into at this point upstairs has been locked, so I wonder if I need to locate a key so I can open one and find the bedroom. Ah, here we go. A key. Thank you very much. And now to commence operation, try a whole bunch of doors. Starting with the one down this hallway. This is some really nice ambiance. The glow from the windows, providing safety and light when I walk by them, but reminding me that I really am stuck here. The creak of the rotted old floorboards underfoot. And unlocked. Excellent. Well, it seems like these are my accommodations for the night. Could do much worse, I'll tell you that. Report number 42, February 19th, 1968. The mixture seems to be too powerful for the rats. I'll have to find something bigger as a test subject. Wasn't the newspaper from 1968 saying the nurse went missing? Number 54, March 7th, 1968. The mixture still lacks a few ingredients, and I'm running out of my budget funds. Well, yeah, you just bought a mansion in the middle of nowhere. I feel like I'm finally getting somewhere with the experiment, and it's too important to be dropped because of this. I'll have to think about something. Well, time to get some shut-eye. Don't need to pay that any mind at all. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Can I hide? Is there somewhere I'm supposed to... Can I get under this desk? No. Now's not the time to read the notes. Am I supposed to push this in front of the door? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go investigate? That doesn't seem like the right thing to do. No. I hope I didn't just make a bunch of noise by slamming that door. I can't tell if it's getting closer or not. Okay, I think the sound is looping. I think I'm supposed to investigate, but it definitely sounds louder as I step into this hall. Thoughts. Okay, new thoughts. What is that noise? Thank you, Captain Obvious. too dark. Too dark, and I don't think that's the way I'm supposed to go. It's like some kind of metallic dragging sound, but it's so repetitive. Oh, okay, I guess the developer forgot to have it playing in this room. It's like every room has its own soundscape, but as I suspected, yeah, if I step out, it starts playing again. Now would be a really good time to be carrying around one of those lanterns. Whatever it is, it has to be coming from downstairs. It's louder than ever. I don't like how loud it is. I don't even know what it's supposed to be, but the loudness makes it sound like it's something really big and just wandering the halls, dragging something huge behind it. Locked. I don't even know what it is. It's not like I've never investigated a scary noise in a game before. But for some reason, this sound in particular has me really on edge. Now, it seems to have gotten a little quieter, which means I'm probably going the wrong way. I think it was at its loudest when I was heading in this direction. Towards the front door? It stopped? The noise stopped now. It could have been anything, like just some animal scratching, the pipes, rats in the walls, or just noises of the old house. Whatever it was, it stopped now. I should try and get some more sleep. Are you kidding me? Stop that. I know it only opened because I clicked while I was in close proximity, but I don't like doors to basements opening behind me, especially with the experience we had down there before. Okay, so it's official. I'm playing as a Skyrim guard. Corniness of that aside, I have to once again call attention to the fact that it's really allowing that classic horror to shine through. We've got the creepy old house, giving us shelter from the storm. And now what do? We wake up in the middle of the night to wander down dark hallways and corridors to investigate the spooky noise. I really appreciate that simple horror because, I mean, those tropes became popular for a reason. They work. They build tension, and they leave so much up to your imagination. Rise and shine. Now are we going to try to leave, or is something going to stop us on our way to the door? Or do we have some other objectives that will need to be completed before we get on our way? I've never slept as poorly as I just did. I need to find a way to get in the rest of the rooms in the house. There's bound to be fuel somewhere in here. But if the house has been abandoned since the 60s, I don't think there's anything in here you'd want to put in your car, even if you could find some. Seriously though, I really am enjoying the slow burn coupled with these very spooky environments. I really appreciate the way this game is doing its subtlety and pacing. It's building that dread and tension, but we haven't even actually seen anything yet. Which is causing my imagination to do most of the work for me, which is exactly what a horror game should do. So many games, like particularly games, are kind of afraid, it seems, to commit to a slow burn. There are a handful of movies that do it, but games seem to do it pretty much never. Which is why I'm really surprised to find such a thing in, of all things, an old free Unity horror game. The map design is also doing a tremendous amount of work here. The rotted old wood floors, dusty furniture, and stained wallpapering, or... Actually, would this be wallpapering? I'm not sure how you would achieve this look, but it really does. I mean, I mentioned this before, but I just love the idea of sheltering in the creepy place. It wouldn't feel safe in any other circumstances, except in knowing that the outside is worse for me. A key in the fireplace. It looks like there was a key hiding under the firewood. With the firewood burned off, it revealed it. Okay, thank you. And now I guess we have to just click on doors until one of them opens. I think there was a locked door over this way. Unlocked. A storage room or a garage with another note. Report number 78, April 2nd, 1968. I had an incident at the hospital yesterday. I was getting supplies when I got caught in the act by a nurse. I guess it was just a matter of time, even if it was the last installment I needed. I can't afford to go to prison. I can't afford to waste any time. I can't afford anyone knowing about the experiment. I couldn't risk my life's work. So I brought her here. Well, that confirms our suspicions from earlier. A map of the first floor. A map of the house. Okay. Well, that's alright. I kind of already... Wait, show me the second floor. There's a section torn out of the left of the stairwell. The metal cabinet is locked with a puzzle of some kind. Okay, so this is that word puzzle. Now let me get to the top of those stairs and see what's on our left that's been scratched out of the map. An attic. There's an attic there, so I imagine I'll have to get up there at some point, but it doesn't look like I can interact with it right now. So it's an 8-letter word. But what is it? Have we seen anything to hint at what it would be? Maybe something up in the library. I feel like I've kind of exhausted all my options. Besides checking the basement. The basement where the noises were coming from last night. And stopped as I approached, as if they didn't want me to come down here and see whatever was happening in the dark. I swear that I can hear noises coming from behind this door. Not that I'd be able to tell over this music. It's stuck. However, it seems weak, and I could probably pry it open with a tool of some kind. Yeah, a tool like I might find in that box. Guys, I've been walking around forever trying to figure out what it wants me to do, and I just have no idea how to figure out that password. I even tried Googling it, and I can't find anything that's not a video that's going to spoil it for me. Finally! Holy crap. Get it, guys? It was paranoid, because he said paranoid in the note. That was intuitive. That was totally worth adding like an extra 45 minutes to this game for me. Holy Christ. Crowbar, yes. Give me the crowbar. I will now open the door at the end of the breezeway. Ah, that annoyed me. That took me right out of it. There was no fuel in the garage. I don't know what to do now. It's starting to get cold. I should light up the fireplace again. Well, hang on. You also told me I should be... opening these doors. The old crowbar broke in the process. Some crowbar. It's like some kind of old shed. Firewood, yeah. Okay, so I probably had to come here anyway in order to get myself that firewood to start another fire for the night. How that's keeping me warm in the bedroom upstairs, I have no idea. July 12th, 1968. The mixture seems to have rather strange side effects. The test subject has started to forget things. And it's not just amnesia, either. She's forgetting everything. August 19th, 1968. The test subject has forgot just about everything. Where she is, who she is, or even what she is. The mixture seems to destroy brain cells. Some of the side effects are also extreme aggression and mutation. Ah, yes! Side effect. Mutation. Can I take that ladder? No. I was thinking that maybe I could take this ladder and use it to climb up into the attic. That's our second fire lit. While it's still warm, I should try and get some sleep and think about my next move tomorrow. Some use of the day. Doesn't feel like I really did a whole lot, but I guess at this point, if I stay long enough, I get squatter's rights to this sick mansion, so I wouldn't be in too much of a rush to leave either. I'm in disbelief. I don't know how you'd figure this out. Hopefully there won't be any more frustrating puzzles, because this game built up a lot of goodwill. Through its premise, and through its environment, and through the fact that, unlike most games, it's actually willing to take its time and build its tension. But having me just run around frustrated for a while really kind of killed the mood a little bit, so hopefully that's not going to be the trend for the rest of the game. Which, by the way, I actually don't know how long it is. That's not what I wanted to hear. No. Stop. Oh, the way these sounds are mixed are really terrifying. The way the bass is cranked up, it's like I really feel the impact and the aggression behind them. It's not gonna go away until I try to open it, are they? I didn't do that! I didn't do that. We're not talking about experiments anymore. We're on the level of actual level 1 haunt right now. That noise again. Whatever pet project this guy was working on, I don't think it had anything to do with doors that fly open of their own volition and lost souls pounding on the door looking for a host in the middle of the night. I just noticed there's a hole in that board over there. Is something staring at me from behind the wall, ready to reach through and snatch me up as I walk by underneath? And don't get me wrong, I'm still terrified. I'm still terrified of the noise. Definitely some A+ horror sound design in this game. I'm only moving forward to get it over with. Oh, don't make this harder than it needs to be. I won't budge. I really do think it's essential to play horror games with headphones and the sound up. Won't budge. Because it's what gives you that visceral reaction to the sounds. I mean, subtle noises are good, but You won't get the full fear associated with loudness if you don't do it this way. It's like when you're walking down the highway and a big truck or a bus passes by you and your whole body just cringes and you wince as it passes by. Okay. I am fully... That's not the painting that was there before. Okay, consider me fully spooked, Monster House. I am earnest, scared, stupid. I'm not even thinking full thoughts anymore. I'm just dashing forward, hoping to make this nightmare stop as soon as possible. Rushing headlong into the beyond. I just want it to be over. I can't move. I just completely threw away all sense of self-preservation. I think credit for that goes entirely to the sound design in that part. It wasn't all of, like, the highest quality per se, but the loudness and the way it's mixed, the way that bassiness is put in there. It made it feel kind of real and really, just really deeply scary. And the game crashed. Okay, let's go through all this again. Thankfully, the game does autosave, so I was able to pick up where I left off. Otherwise, that would have been the end of the video. Break it down. And we have a loading screen. Thank God. I really do want to finish this. So basically, one of two things is about to happen. Either this was a dream, or we're about to load straight into a chase sequence. It was a dream. Okay, quite an excellent time to make use of that. It allowed us to have a little bit of a more panicky moment right in the middle, without having a reason for my character to just kind of run sprinting off into the snow, regardless of the dangers outside. Yeah, same note as before. Pacing-wise, definitely the right time to have a dream sequence. What a horrible nightmare. It felt so real. Sounded so real too, didn't it? We're leaning on that piano again. One of these days, I'm gonna open this door and find the rogue pianist that's been harassing me this whole time. Have I been left another gift in the fireplace in the study? Nope, and we even have the same firewood from yesterday, so that's convenient. Stop it! God, why are you going so hard on the soundtrack right now? I liked it before, but... that painting... it's still different. Was last night really a dream after all? Maybe I have to go down to the basement and confirm whether it really was a dream or not. I don't like being here, but the new piano music isn't as bad as the strings that would play when I was down here before. No, the door is open. Was it a dream after all? There's bloodstains on the walls. This must be where he kept the nurse. Although I'm not quite sure why the flies are still buzzing around. Actually, these all look like dead rats. He did mention experimenting on rats, but there's no mistaking that that mattress is for a person. There's something on this paper. I bet that's the ceiling. That's the ceiling upstairs with the attic. Is that drawing referring to a hatch of some kind? Yes, I think it is. And I bet what I have to do is cross the breezeway, get the ladder, and I can use that to climb up into the... What? What was that? What? I don't like the change in tone. I heard a door open somewhere. Guys, I think this has just gotten real. Guys, I think maybe there's real danger now. I don't like this one bit. Okay, so I can't take the ladder. What am I meant to do then? Maybe I have to go... Ah! Oh my god! Oh! No, 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 run, 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 run. Oh my god. Oh. How fast is it? Is it still on me? Oh, never mind. The music just abruptly cut out. Oh, my heart. There's the hatch to the attic. I need something to climb up there. Well... Wait, there it is. There it is. No, 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 no. Oh, what do I do? How do I hide? What can I even do about this? This place was not designed for running. There's a lot of dead ends at the end of long hallways. This is going to be really, really difficult. Oh no. It's close. It's close, and if I encounter it pretty much anywhere on this floor, I'm not going to be able to juke around it. Well, I don't seem to make any noise while I'm crouching. Oh, never mind, yeah, I do. Unless that's it. Unless that's him! I know it can open doors because I've heard it do it. But how am I supposed to get around it now? I'm really frustrated that I wasn't able to grab the ladder from the other room beforehand. I knew I was going to need it. But now I'm kind of stuck up here. No. No! Okie doke. I haven't seen or heard it in a while. Okay, as long as it's not down this way, I should be okay, right? Well, and as long as it doesn't appear behind me. A ladder, yes, thank you. Now I just have to make my way back. I hope the checkpoints are forgiving. I'd hate to have to redo this whole thing, given how hard he was to evade the first time. I say he, this might actually be the nurse. Yeah, you go that way. No, oh, come on. Don't make this more difficult than it has to be. Yep, no, come on. No, oh, I'm not gonna have anywhere to go. There's no way to juke you down here. Unless I make my way around the table. I hope you're glitched on something. Yep, I lost you. Nope, Yep. Epic juke, yeah. That's what I do. Nope, I'm getting stuck on the scenery. Oh, I'm so slow on stairs. Okay, I lost him. And now I can go in the attic. I said go in the attic. Thank you. Oh. Please tell me there's a checkpoint there, because I was very nearly food for... God, I don't even know what you'd call that. Why did the drawing lead me here? What is the person who drew it trying to show me? I kind of think the person who drew it is the person who's in pursuit of me right now. There's a little closet, but what's the point of this? This is a very winding little attic. A dresser? There's light coming from behind the cabinet. Aha! With a key. I think I might have just solved a puzzle before I even knew I was solving it. Either that, or it opens one of the doors down below. Every time I think I've seen all there is of this house. And of course, the more I am allowed to wander up here, the more I think that this is going to be an environment for a chase, which is really not something I'd like to deal with right now. Unlocked. And more of those open holes in the boards, which really make me feel watched and like something's tracking my progress from behind the walls. Whole bunch more notes. November 15th, 1968. I'm definitely infected by the mixture. I was driving somewhere. I don't for the life of me remember where, when just suddenly I simply forgot how to drive. Just all of a sudden, any knowledge of how to operate a car vanished from my mind.
Just move your car! Okay, I don't know how I can! Oh my god, just grab the steering wheel! Fine!
Causing me to crash the thing into a ditch somewhere. It seems like I'm stuck here now. I need to start working on some kind of antidote. And fast. Why didn't I work on an antidote when the test subject started showing symptoms? Whoever it is, and wherever I got it from. All my knowledge of the mixture is fading out of my mind, and I need to read back my reports in order to manufacture the antidote. It doesn't make it any easier with the reports being scattered all around the place. Yeah, why'd you do that? I'm finished. I can't continue working on the antidote because I forgot the code for the lab door. Why is there a code even? Why is the lab hidden in the basement? What experiment can even be so important that I went as far as using a human as a test subject? What was this experiment even? Okay, so that's them. There's a hidden laboratory in the basement. It doesn't sound welcoming, but it might be worth it to have a look. Not like I have any other options. Okay, but what's the code? I have no choice! Oh, what do you want from me, game? Ow. Run. Okay, so it's not a one-hit kill as I at first imagined. Okay, so this dude's climbing ladders, is he? Did I just fall through the floor? Is that what happened? Given the state of this place, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. It's now unlocked. It feels like I broke something, but it appears I survived the drop. At least that thing didn't jump down after me. The hidden laboratory is the only place I haven't searched yet. The code for the door has to be written down in here somewhere. Oh, I'm in the study. I'm in the study! I need to keep writing these down to remind myself. Fortunately, I had the code written down somewhere. I can't remember where anymore, but I also just wrote it down on a note because I can't seem to memorize it. But where's the note now? I'm sure I left it in the dining room somewhere. Knowing the lab must fire exit somewhere, but even if I remembered where it was, I doubt I could get in that way. So it's in the dining room. Looks like some kind of medical science diploma, dedicated to someone named Edward Rupert Frankfelt. So in the dining room somewhere, that's all I have to go on. Another note. I had an accident in the lab today. I was trying to give another dose for the test subject when, even being tied up, she managed to knock the needle off my hands. I think I might have got a small drop in my eye. I went to wash it immediately after that, so it's probably nothing. Yeah, we know how that went. I'm sure it's patrolling around somewhere. In the dining room, he said. I feel like it could be around any corner. They certainly have established the element of danger. But this is not the dining room, this is the kitchen. So what would be the dining room? I don't even remember. If I look in the garage, there's a map, and that should tell me which one of these was the dining room. The dining room is actually what I was calling the study before. Now, I don't know if running alerts it to my location, or even if that really does, or even if that really is walking around right now. Okay, so it was written in the dining room somewhere. Where? Oh! Could I have done that the whole time? I found the code, had it written down behind my self-portrait, need to write it down immediately. Great, he just entered. Behind the self-portrait, that's upstairs in the library. He's gonna be in the way, isn't he? You're gonna be upstairs, aren't you? I just heard you open a door. Yep, you are out and about. The question is, do you respond to the sounds of my footsteps? The note referring to this painting, but the code isn't behind it. Is it behind the canvas, then? I need something to cut it open. Are you kidding? Come on! Are you out there? Hi! Yep! Out of my way. Yep. Down the stairs. You need to grab the knife from the kitchen. And then you need to go upstairs and use that to cut the portrait out of the frame. It's the only thing I can think of. Thank you. And hopefully he'll come downstairs. I hear him opening doors, but does that mean no. I think every door downstairs was opened. I'd actually kind of like it if he chased me right now. So if you're up here... If you're up here, then that just means I'm gonna have to run all the way back. Come on, this way. This way. Leading you might actually be my best bet. But you don't actually chase me that far, do you? No, I need you to come downstairs, friendo. You're still up here. Unless you teleport. Hi! Come on. Stay close to me. Stay close to me. Not too close. You're very fast, but I need you to not be too super fast. No, come on. Hi. Yes, this way. Please. I need you just fast enough is what I need. Ah, not that fast, though. Not so fast that I can't lose you. No! Oh, I think he's still behind me. Come on! Come on! Now you decide that you're gonna follow me? "193. Ah, I can't read the last number. Ah! Ow. Now, I don't know if my health regenerates or if the damage is cumulative. I don't actually have a way of seeing that. If I can escape to the basement. One, 9, 3. There we go. Yes, 1934. In we go. Okay, there is now officially more to this mansion than meets the eye. This guy had a whole lab under here, and he was doing this research in secret? No wonder the dude was broke. This place gives me the creeps. How did this single person achieve all of this? And for what purpose? Actually, I don't really care. All I want is some fuel for me to get out of this awful nightmare. I should search the place thoroughly. Well, yeah, at least until our friend comes back. I still have the knife with me. I wonder if it's sturdy enough to pry this open. Worth a shot, right? So I can crawl through there. Might make a useful escape route if need be. Can I open this as well? I can. I can open them all. I'll want to get that done before our friend shows up. Yes, I can use these to skitter around. Okay, I'm absolutely certain at this point that we're going to have to use these to hide. Can't open that. What about you? No, we can't open any of these doors. All we can do is wander around in the vents looking for something, I guess. These vents are surprisingly difficult to navigate, considering the small space they seemingly occupy. I just had a terrifying thought. What if that thing can crawl into the vents with me? Because these would seem a pretty easy out if he couldn't do that. What about you? We can come out over here. That's not somewhere we've been before, but let's explore the rest of these vents before we start exploring areas unknown. Alright, I've searched far and wide now, and I think this is all there is. The others were just dead ends. I was expecting you to not open. Can't read these notes, but I can read this one. I don't even know why I'm writing this. I just feel the need. I've been locking the doors for some reason. I feel like hiding something. I'm locking myself in the basement, behind the metal door. Something's about to happen to me. I don't know what. I don't remember. I don't want to hurt anybody. The metal door is operated by electricity. It won't open without power. Once I've locked it from the other side. Turning the power out now. Oh, I done goofed it. All along for decades it was locked behind that metal door in the basement. And I let it out by switching the power back on. Yeah, I done went and goofed it. Like everything I do. This is the nurse. That must be the test subject. What a horrible fate. Oh, that is truly scary. That hair grown out in deformed body and face. It actually almost looks like a more aged version of the one that's been chasing me. So what's through here? And what are all these canisters? Are these fuel? Are these something I can just take a couple under my arm and get on out of here? I can't believe this. A canister full of fuel. This is almost too good to be true. I finally found what I was looking for. Fuel. Now I just have to get out of here. I think we've still got one more chasing us! Let me move, please. Oh, that didn't work out for you, did it? Teabag. Whatever is in those cylinders, it's highly explosive. I need to get going before the whole place blows up. Yeah, okay. So please get my thoughts out of my face. Into the vent. Which way do I go? I think I had to make a right. It's a memory game. The whole game has been like this, but I'll elaborate on that after I'm clear of the blast zone. Okay, good. I made it through on the first try. Out, 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 out. Did I not make it in time? And that's how it all ended. I felt the life flowing out of my body along with the remaining blood, while the pain stopped as my body grew numb. And then I saw the light. Did it have to end like this? No, so I guess there was something I could do? There! And out we go. That thing must have gotten in somehow. Yep, this way. Not gonna stop to look at my thoughts. Don't need those obstructing the screen. Let's get out. Go, go, go. Climb the hatch. And we made it. Hindsight is 20/20, is it not? Did I make it? And what is this place? June 12th, 1968. The mixture seems to have rather strange side effects. The test subject has started to forget things. It's not amnesia, either. She's forgetting everything. The test subject has forgotten just about everything. The mixture seems to destroy brain cells. Oh, wait. I've seen this. This is the shed that's connected by the breezeway. I just barely made it out of there. Now I just have to get to the front door and I'm out of here. Hopefully that thing blew up along with that lab of his. Oh, well, the fact that you're talking about it makes me not so sure. Well, that's no good. The place was directly under this mansion, so the whole thing is collapsed along with it. I can crawl through here. And oh no, you're gonna give me platforming now? Thanks a lot, game. This is not what I wanted to be doing right now. Oh, I can't fit through there. Gotta go up to go down. I really hope it's not gonna make me run from that thing in this. That would be a true nightmare. Although I must say, it's kind of cool coming back through all of this and seeing it all in a different light. Is this where I came from? This is where I came from. All that just to end up back here. That goes back down into the basement. It almost looks like I can drop down, but I'm assuming I don't want to do that. The explosion has caused extensive damage to the house, making it dangerous to travel through. I need to be careful. Is this leading to something? I'd gotten kind of used to the layout, and it still helps me to some extent, but not as much as I'd like. Ugh! Okay, it's safe to fall here. No! No, 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 no! Run, run, run! Run for the door! Close it behind me! And I am out! Of course, I don't know what's stopping it from following me out into the snow. When I got out of the house, I ran as fast as I could. I didn't stop for even a second to turn around and check if that thing was after me. I didn't care about exhaustion. I just ran till I was at my car again. Quickly after that, I got the car running, and I was back on the road again. The more distance I got from the house, the more relieved I felt. I headed to the nearest town to finally have some rest, and to tell everyone about this nightmare hidden in the woods, so no other unlucky... Hang on, I have to see over my mic to read that. So no other unlucky person could stumble on it. Well, you don't need to be worried about someone stumbling on the house anymore. What you need to be worried about is the fact that that thing's just out there now. You've created your own cryptid, buddy. Because I know I'll never recover from the horrors I experienced in there. So it's all Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech for the music. I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, that was Phobia 1.5, and I really enjoyed that for the most part. In a way, it was almost like a classic internet creepypasta put into the form of a game. It has a patience and an atmosphere that most games wouldn't allow themselves the time to build. Even AAA games, where the creators should probably know better, won't allow it to rely as much on the slow burn and for the environment to do the work for you. On top of that, the concept alone is pretty much proof that... I've always felt like the simplest horror has the most potential. You can take a very simple story, and even when it's full of cliches, just execute those cliches in the best possible way, and you'll get something good out of it. Password 2236. And one other thing I wanted to comment on before I end this. By allowing the player that slow burn, not only does it allow the tension to build slowly over the course of a few days, it also allows the player to learn the layout of the house, so that when the chases start, you kind of have an idea of where you're going already. When you need to look for something, you already have an idea of where that thing is. And in that way, it's not just a nice way to allow the player to feel what you want them to feel, it actually enhances the gameplay at the same time. I talked about it at the beginning, but it needs to be restated. I feel like this game is also doing a really good job of emphasizing the connection between creepy and comfy. As I said, it does this by having us take shelter in the creepy place and having that just wonderfully detailed and ambient atmosphere of the house itself. In that way, the house almost feels like a character, representing both safety and that foreboding sense of dread at the same time. Remember, when reading the About, it did also say that there's a Phobia 1 and a Phobia even up to 3. So if those are games that exist and you want me to check them out, please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for even more creepy and comfy content. And as always, I will see you in the next one.